Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Vannin and you've joined me back here in Ark doing the Herbivore Island castle build. In the last episode we did some bits and pieces to that tower over there. Let me just show you. So we did this part here to incorporate all of this and enclose that gateway in there, and I discussed about the roof. Now, if you remember the end of the episode, I wasn't too happy, didn't like the transition from like the straight walls, so I did what I said I was going to do, and I found these little things, these things here, and they are in what are they in? Decorative or something like that. Yeah, there we go. Decorative bits. You've got an accent piece for like the roof. Just gives a little overhang. And you've got these bits and pieces for putting on walls, I think. And we can also have like a town bell, which I have to figure out something to do, some kind of bell tower or something like that. Signal the troops. But yeah, found those little accent pieces. Doesn't transition around corners, but you know, I don't really mind that, to be honest. Yeah, so for me that looks way better. So we need to do that only there. So no, I want to keep you out. So that is the same level as that right there. So, one, bang my head, 2, 3, 4 gets us to that level. So, let's go and do that. And these are the 2x3 roofs. So they're 2 wide by 3 high. Was 4, wasn't it? One, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And the next one up is then a half wall, an ordinary 2x2, and then a 2x3. Half wall. One of those. And then one of those. So that effectively is that. I'm gonna have to swap that out, as I do want to mirror as much as I possibly can what's going on in there. But that will very much depend on the stairways on the inside, as I often find they're always a little bit hit and miss. So I am going to quickly place all the walls up until this level here, and then I will bring these guys back. Okay, so welcome back, and we now have, bam, I looked the wrong one. We now have a tower. Now I went ahead and did the other bits and pieces on the top there, as I'm about to talk you through one of these. So this here will be this here, and it's really simple to do. So if you put the battlements on, they look really cool when you put them on just a straight wall like this, so on like a wall. So when you're doing like an outer wall, they look fantastic when they're done on this, because you've got the flat wall, and then you then have this, and it transitions really well. Whereas when you put them on a tower, they don't really stand out. So the easiest way of doing it is place a ceiling, drop it down, place another ceiling underneath, so you then create this sandwich layer, then run it round, and then place your battlement on there, and that then gives you this much bigger 3D effect. Now I tried it with a full wall, and it doesn't look as good because you have too much hanging below. And then you see what I've done up here, where I've added these, what are these called, half arch. So you then add them underneath. Now, I haven't done it just yet on this one, but you add them underneath, and that gives it its look of its support. So this kind of like looks, well, how is that supported? Well, that's how you do it. Put them underneath, and that gives you your supported look. So yes, I'm in creative mode, so it's really easy to fly around and do this. So how would you do this if you weren't in creative mode? So because this is all completely buildable, not in creative mode, it just takes a lot of grinding. So you would build up your floors on the inside. Yeah, so your ceilings go basically in the same orientation as your foundations. So just look at your foundation as to what you want to do. Now, so the easiest way of choosing to do something, so let us put that in there, then that in there like that. And then what I want is I want come on, that there, and then I want the same thing like that, and then like that. Now you noticed I chose the wall that has the triangles, so the triangle bits is where you want to, so I stick that in there like that, and then I go with the stairs again and going up and up and up and up and up and up until I get to this level here. So I would do that. So that's one side, and then up here is the other side. Now I'm just very quickly doing this so you can see. So you would just keep on transitioning up. So probably better if I actually put that on my hotbar. There. And there. And then on that one. That one. And that one. And then 7. That, and then actually what we'll end up doing is boom, boom. Like that, you then come up and then it's that. With then that. And then you've got your staircase up to that level. And then all you'd do is you would then start again. So there. And so forth and so on, taking you then all the way up. Now, what did I do in the other one? Now, staircases will all depend on what you do. So in the other one, I actually did it too wide, and because I wanted to hide this. I wanted to hide the portcullis. So down here, I decided to go too wide. And then it caused a little bit of a problem for me when I got to here. So that's why I'm not repeating this method of doing it for the other one. I then transitioned to an inside. So this is another way that you can do it. So this one, you start on the triangle. So it's when you come in. It's when you've got the singles. What I mean by the single is you've got a singular triangle and then a singular square, singular triangle, singular square. So at that level of the circle, so you can see out here you've got the 3 and then the 2. No, so this one here where it's singulars. And you go on the triangle, and then you get another triangle, then you get another triangle, and then you get another triangle, and go up like that. So that's another method of doing a staircase in terms of like a spiral. So this can be like a spiral staircase, and it stays within. You can completely keep it within this. So this level, or this yes, level, this part of the circle, say, you can keep a spiral staircase in this part of the circle all the way up. Like you could even put walls and stuff like that going up for these ones. So you can drop a wall down if you wanted to. It's entirely up to yourself. And that way it would make it look like it's the wall in the middle that's supporting it and going up, and then you've got all this room on the outside for activities. I then did the method that I'm doing on the other tower for this one here, and you can see I'm using these in order to do the support, going all the way up to the top. And then come into here and you can see what we've done with the windows, doors, and so forth and so on. And then, as I said a couple of moments ago there, where you can have like walls going up through the middle, I did that with these scaffold walls. And then again, the same principle, only exactly the same. And then at the top of this, it starts with the flat piece for you to walk onto, and then you do the triangle. So the stairs must come off the triangle. If the stairs come off the flat piece, then it doesn't keep it in this spiral. Where am I? Oh, there we go. Right, so I am going to finish off these bits, get it all the way up to the top, making myself feel sick there. I'm going to stop doing that. So yeah, I'm going to finish off the floors there, bring the staircase all the way back up again, and basically this one is going to be a double doorway. This one is, and that one, and that one. Yeah, that one is going to be a double doorway as well. So I will bring you guys back when I'm at that stage. So this is going to go, and then these walls will go up the top, but I'll show you what that is in a couple of moments. So back in a minute. Okay, so welcome back. So you can see behind me, I've put in the doorways. It's not quite where I thought it was going to actually end up being, but then that very much is dictated by your staircase. And truth be told, it doesn't make much of a difference, to be honest, unless it's really going to massively trigger you. But you can hear here, you can hear here. Marvelous English. You can see here we've got the doorway, and because we have the half wall here to step up off the ground, so these windows aren't, you know, right down the bottom, and you don't see the bottom of the window because of like your battlement on the other side there. You can see on the other side, window sits pretty much flush with the battlement, so the half wall creates that capability. Now obviously we're a half wall short then, so you stick the half wall on the top just like that. And then you then just have to fill it in there. So then you end up with it looking something like that. And then you whack your doors in. Now I'm not going to stick the doors in right now, because as I go around and do the battlement around the outside, the door's going to open and close and drive me nuts. So, what I am going to do is I need that one, and I need that one. So this is the glass. So showed you before, I think, maybe in structures and then in glass, and you got here large and medium, and these are for to go into the doorways to create these amazing windows. So there we have these awesome looking windows, which really set it off for me. I really like these. So what is next? Next will be to sort out battlement around the outside, So same concept, you start with the squares and you go with the triangles and you go all the way around, and then you put the walls on, and then you put the top one on, then you put the battlements on, rinse and repeat. And then it's up here to do the roof. I'm going to show you how to do roof. Now if I was building this and I wasn't in creative mode, all I would do in order to create the roof is I'd just build scaffolding on the insides to get me up to these levels and stuff. So yes, I wouldn't have been able to put this up there yet. I'd have created a scaffolding to get me up to this level and then build around in sections, and then get myself, basically I'd get myself on the outside. So whether that be bring myself up on an Argent, whether it be like a snow owl or whatever, get myself up here and then land the Argent and then start placing these. Get on the Argent again, up here, land on the roof, and then just walk around on the roof. So the next step here would be to do let's stick that there, and let's stick that there, and then let's stick that there. So I'm now walking. Got that there, and then it will create the snap points. No, I don't want that one. I want, it's because I got the wrong one. And then if you carry on kind of like round this, trying to not actually move very much, and then everything just kind of snaps where it's supposed to. So building these roofs are pretty easy, and even without creative mode. Argents, you got yourself a really good Argent, you can put most of these building pieces in the Argent, land, and then go from there. So it's a little bit trickier, but you know, it is what it is. Right, I'm going to get this lot finished, and I'll bring you back when higher up on the roof, and then yeah, so back in a minute. Okay, so welcome back. We are now onto the roof stage, and I've almost completed the second tier. Now you're using the flat one, triangle, and the inverted triangle, and in order to understand which way round you do stuff, basically look at the layer below. So that's a triangular one, so I need to go the opposite, like that. This is going to be a flat one because triangles then follow flat one, or vice versa, so therefore I need a triangle one. Now because on this level we did triangle, it's going to be a flat one. And you'll find that there's lots and lots of snap points, but what I find is if I go to the top and then look down, I'm fine. And even if I am in creative mode, like doing these builds like this, you'll notice I'm walking, because I just find it actually much easier to do it this way. And this is the way predominantly I would do it, because I wouldn't be in creative mode all the time. So we just go around like this. So now we're beginning the transition of where we're getting very close. So this is like just like in the when you do the ceilings or when you do the foundations, this circle, as it were, you'll notice the pattern is the same. So we're on that tier now where it's just 1 and 1. So we've now finished that. So now it is literally just going to be the triangles. And there we now have the finished roof. So as I was just mentioning, triangle, square, 1, 2, 3 triangles, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you were to look at one of the foundations, you'd see the pattern is exactly the same. So it's almost like you've hooked a rope into that central point and just pulled it up. So it works in exactly the same way. Now on here you'll notice that we've got those accent pieces, so let's find those accents. Missing. So now we're just going to go around. Now if you're doing this without, again, you'll just walk along the edge. So there we go. We now have 2 pretty much identical towers, different staircases on the inside, and you do them for different purposes, whatever your particular needs are. To do bits and pieces, but as you can see, if you follow certain principles, then you'll be able to achieve it. Now, you look at that floor and you go, oh my god, that's horrendous. Well, I know I'm looking at it saying, oh my god, that's horrendous. Now in Castle Keeps and Forts, you have a sawn-off shotgun, but it's actually a change tool. And what it allows you to do is change the orientation of certain things. Basically, like I mentioned, I think it was the last episode, or maybe it was this episode, I can't remember now. That half walls, for instance, so they have variations that you can cycle through. Even the walls themselves have a variation that you can go through. So I like all of the planks facing in the same way. You can see, relatively easy. Just come along afterwards. Change all of these to the way you want them. Now we're all going in the same way. Just like that. And you can do the same for the one up there. You can then put in your however you want to put in and at whatever level you want to put in for your beacon thing. I think that will do for the time being. So, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and until the next time, guys, take care. See you soon.